We got the stream team here. We're going to give you guys some feedback, but we want to quickly go through all the features of the platform, and hopefully at some point, set up a demo or talk with you guys more if you're interested. So here we go. First thing you're going to notice when you're hosting a class is this icon in the top right corner. It's the settings icon. So as a coach, obviously you can control your own video, mic, all that fun stuff, but you also can mute everyone, which is really awesome. So like I'm going to mute everyone right now. Boom. No one can talk. Great. They can always unmute themselves when they're ready to talk, but as a coach, that's really important as you're trying to instruct. I bet you guys wish you had that, live as well. So anyway, we have that. We have some things like double size your font. We have a connection strength finder, which is really cool. If people are having problems, you can see your network strength. 5 is the best, down to 0, you'll be disconnected. So if people are having issues, have them check that as well. And the last thing is Spotify. If you have a Spotify premium account, you could totally set that up, and then it's available right here. So you can see my Spotify account set up here. I can play a song. Let's see what we got going on. There we go. Playing a little Imagine Dragons. That's cool, yeah. So I can play that music myself as a coach, and you guys could hear it through the mic, or everyone can play their own Spotify connections, which is actually, I think, a pretty cool feature.
I love this feature, Dustin. It's cool to have them set it up on their own with their premium account, and then boom, they can play their own music. They're not forced to listen to your Imagine Dragons or my Frozen playlist or whatever it is. So it's kind of cool to kind of customize the whole workout for everybody in their own gyms.
Yep, I totally agree, man. All right, so that's the settings area. The next one down is how you view things. So right now we're looking at a gallery view, and you can fit as many people as you wanted to here. Obviously we have 5 right now, but I can also switch to something like this where I want to focus on Scott. Maybe Scott's the coach, or I'm the coach, or however, but you can actually switch around and click on who you want to be the focus. So if you're coaching and you want to go through the line and say, hey, I'm going to look at Fee, check her out, and then also give her some feedback, and then I'm going to move to Scott and look at him and look at Jacob because, I'm at that level where I'm coaching them, if you guys all know me. So anyway, you can do that, switch back and forth. And then down here is kind of the controls for the actual workout itself. So you can record workouts, which is great. You just hit the pop-up and say you want to start recording, yes or no. I'm not going to do this one, but at the very end of the class, you can also stop it. Or when everyone jumps off, the recording will stop automatically. It's kind of up to you guys. And the next section is participants, which I think is kind of cool. It gives you guys a little information about who the coach is. It looks like I have recently deleted my picture, so you don't get to see my face up there. But you get to see a little information about me, what I've been doing, and then also the participants that are in there. So like I can click on Jacob, for example, see his information, and even view scores as he posts them later on in the workout.
Yeah, and kind of just touching on that, one of my favorite things as a coach, just in general, is knowing who's coming to your class. When you have a good idea when who's coming, you're able to kind of quickly modify, know their background, know if they have any kind of injuries that they're dealing with. So you're able to have that more personalized also coaching and interaction, which makes, coaching a session go a lot smoother.
Yeah, that's awesome. The other cool thing you can do is we call it the naked man situation, where someone runs across the screen, you're like, oh my gosh, I can shut off, for example, I'm going to shut Greg's video off. He can turn it back on, which hopefully he does, but he can, say there was something going on and I was like, oh man, Greg is really, he's doing some crazy stuff. I don't want him on here. I click on Greg. I could click up here on this X and it's going to ask me, are you sure you want to kick Greg Skyver out of the class? They will not be able to rejoin if you proceed. So I'm going to say no, but it gives you the ability to kick someone out of this class only. So if they want to keep paying and then showing up naked, they're going to make money and they get, their 5 seconds of fame, I guess. But that's kind of a cool feature. The next one down is the actual core of this thing, what makes it, I think, really useful. We have these things called sections. And so each section, as a coach, I can expand as well as everyone else that's an athlete can also see this. So, for example, the warm-ups. You can see the information about the warm-ups. You can see the timer here. Me as a coach, I have the timer. I can click the timer. Everyone on the screen sees the timer. I can hit start. And now we're getting our 10-second countdown, and again, this is just a warm-up. So maybe I want to set my warm-ups to be, only 5 minutes or something like that. So we hit the timer. Great. It's counting down. When it's over, it'll beep again, which is really cool. But let's just say that's over. We want to move into the workout. We can stop that timer, start a new timer, see the workout. In this position, we have an EMOM. So we're going to do, every 2 minutes. We can do interval timers, we can do AMRAPs, we can do 4-time. All the different kinds of timers can be set in there, as well as for scoring. So one of the things interesting about scoring is that when the clock's done, you can either score or you can enter your scores in individually. And so they all will see like a scoring button in their sections of the workout so they can post their scores. And once they start posting their scores, I'll start seeing green check marks over top of their profile images, knowing that they're done with the workout. So as a coach, if you have 20 people in a class, you can start seeing who's done with that specific section if you want to move on. And then obviously I can do a cool down. And then the last thing is this movements and equipment. So when I created the actual class itself, I could put in the equipment needed. I could put in the movements that we're doing. I can even create a video, or not create a video, I can go grab a YouTube or Vimeo video and throw it in. I should have actually done that. Of course, I didn't plan properly, but over in the right-hand corner, you'll see video. You click on it, it'll pop up a short video of whatever movement you want to put in there. Maybe it's like a Turkish get up and it's a hard technique and you're doing a recorded class. You're not always going to be there to help somebody. So you want to show a quick video of what that looks like. That's basically what the whole workout sections, you're going to be spending most of your time in there. Yeah, Scott.
And then the other thing I think that's really unique about having those videos in there is sometimes it can get challenging to set your camera in an angle where you're able to see the movement, do it, and talk about it at the same time. So having that perfect angle of the movement gives your members the ability to look at the movement, watch it, and then you can actually focus on talking through it. And, as a coach, that's, a huge benefit to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next section down, which is the chat section, which, like anything else, you can add a chat in here. Hey, what's up, guys? And everyone else is going to see that. They're going to have a little icon that shows that there's a new message. But we actually went a step further and did this thing we call voice chat, or we call it a chirp. And the way it works is like this. As you see on my screen, I can see everyone who's online and currently available. I can send a one-way private message to anyone. So I can choose Jacob, for example. I'm going to pop on this little walkie-talkie icon. I get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. They can't hear me right now. I'm on mute, but basically I'm sending him a chirp. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to hit send. And it's going to come across to Jacob's screen. And it automatically goes to Jacob's screen without anyone else being interrupted. So what's really cool about that is that Scott or Fee or anyone that's coaching could actually have a one-on-one conversation with those athletes.
I also like it because I think it's a great way for people to have that social interaction. That was probably one of the biggest things that I noticed when running classes through Zoom is there was just no ability for any type of social communication between friends. So let's say Dustin's coaching and I want to talk to Jacob or I want to talk to Fee and just say, hey, like, Jacob, I like your shirt. Fee, you got a booger in your nose. Like, say that without saying it in front of everyone. And then as a coach, like Dustin said, I can give feedback to people directly without everyone walking up to their screen at the same time saying like, hey, are you talking to me or were you talking to Jacob? And it's like stopping people in their workouts when we could send those things directly, giving that feedback immediately and they know it goes to them. And then I think Dustin's going to talk a little bit too about how the Spotify lowers when we actually do get those messages and do get that communication.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're connected to Spotify and the music's playing, you can actually have a choice. And I'll open that back up and here, look. So you have a choice to lower music when the coach is talking or not. And I'll give you the 2 examples of why you would do that. You would want to lower the music if the coach is by himself, like Scott's in his gym by himself, he'd be coaching. Now, I'm listening to music, he talks, it lowers it down, kind of like, you're getting directions on Siri and listening to music in your car, same idea. But let's just say Scott's coaching a live class and an online class at the same time, so lots of people are talking in the background. You don't want your thing constantly lowering every time the microphone, gets input, so you could actually choose not to do that. And we find that, you put in like a Bluetooth earpiece, whether you're a coach or an athlete, actually makes this way better because it's all right here. It's in your ear. No matter where the coach walks, where the athlete goes, you can hear and interact really quickly without having to run up to the screen and talk and try to figure out what someone's saying. That was a good point, Scott. Anything else, guys, you can think of? No? Okay. I think we nailed it, guys.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
One of my favorite things that I also wanted to touch on that I've had really good feedback from other people that have taken my classes so far on stream is being able to actually see what they're going to do beforehand. So when you get to go, you're interested in seeing a class, you get to see all the workouts, the warm-ups even. It's not just the workout, but you could see the warm-up, the cool down, whatever else that you add. And that's just been so extremely helpful for people to actually know what they're getting into, to even maybe explore maybe what other modifications they need. And they could kind of prepare those questions before or actually right as soon as the class starts. So they're not trying to figure it out all during that class as well. So it's been really, really helpful for participants.
Yep, no, that's great. And then the last piece I'll note here is that as a coach, you might have been like, oh crap, I forgot, I didn't put the thing in the warm-up correctly, or I didn't do the timer right. You can do it right in the session here. I can go through and I can edit the title, I can edit the description, I can edit my scoring or my time or do whatever I want right there. So if you need to change something, you can totally change it, which is really nice so you don't have to leave the class and come back. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. We don't want to keep you much longer, but if you have more questions, you can obviously go to streamfitness.live and check out the website. Go.streamfitness.live is where you can actually go set up your account. We have other videos, and we can even set up a demo to show you more if you guys want to see more in detail. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys on the stream.